Hey guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. I'm going to show you things that I really do not like with this device and I want them to be improved on the next Galaxy Z Fold 6. I still think this device is the best foldable smartphone in terms of multitasking, efficiency, and battery life that we can get today. With the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and any other modern smartphone today, if you have the phone on the table, if you press on the phone, you will see the phone shaking right and left, and this is due to the camera that is on the back of the device. This is something very minor, but if you have the device open and you want to write with your S Pen, you can see the device is going to shake, and especially if you do not have a case on your Galaxy Z Fold 5. For instance, if you're writing with your S Pen on this device and the device shakes, you're going to write something that is not very accurate. I know the device is meant to be held with one hand and write with the other hand, but if you have it laid flat, it is going to be a little bit difficult to write properly what you need to write. Nevertheless, Samsung did a great job in shrinking down the size of the S Pen and have it integrated on the case. On the case, the style is very minimal and it is good. The second thing that I do not like with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, but I learned to appreciate, is the crease on the device. Will we ever have a Galaxy foldable device without a crease? I really doubt. I think this is something that we need to get used to even in the future foldable smartphones. On the same subject about flexible screen, the under the screen camera on this device has not changed much compared to the previous versions. I think this camera is not very bad for taking pictures and videos because the software is going to adjust everything and make it look very good. For conference call and video call, I'm not sure the device is going to have time to process everything since everything is happening in real time. You just saw it on the two pictures that I took. Initially, the picture was very blurry and not very good, and after the processing, it looks much better. Anything in the background far from the subject of the picture is going to get blurry. Hopefully with the 6th generation, it will be much better. So being the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the most powerful Samsung foldable device, this device should support a 45-watt charging. But with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and 4, we can only do 45 watt of charging. And the charging speed for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is surprisingly faster than the Galaxy Z Fold 5. I'm not really sure why they did that, but with the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the S22 Ultra, charging speed from 0 to 100% was faster than the Galaxy Z Fold 5 charging speed and the Samsung S23 Ultra charging speed from 0 to 100%. And the switch happened only when they went with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. I hope the Galaxy Z Fold 6 by default can support 45 watt charging and a true 45 watt charging. Let me know in the comment box if you agree with me on that. The next thing that I do not like and I think they can do much better is the outer screen. All around the outer screen you can see a black perimeter that is a little bit thick. Here with the Galaxy S22 Ultra you can clearly see a difference. On the Galaxy Z Fold 4 it is twice what we have on the S22 Ultra. Clearly they already know how to do it and they have the technology in order to give us a minimal bezel on the outer screen on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and they didn't. This means that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is going to be a revolution in the smartphone foldable industry. My previous Samsung Galaxy foldable device was the Galaxy Z Fold 4. With the Galaxy Z Fold 4, I have not seen any play in the hinge mechanism, but with this Galaxy Z Fold 5, it is a little bit different. I can feel some play in the hinge mechanism if I have the device open at more than 45 degrees. Again, this may be by design because they did change the design of the hinge on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. They made it smaller and overall improved it. The only issue with the play is maybe in 1 year or 2 years, it might have some issues. We don't really know at this moment. So this is something that I found while using my Galaxy Z Fold 5. I can also say that it doesn't happen on all the angles. I didn't take time to record all the angles that it can happen. But most of the time, if you have the device open more than 45 degrees, you will feel a slight play in the hinge mechanism. The good thing is that when the device is completely open at 180 degrees, you will not feel any play in the hinge mechanism. I'm not really sure what happened to my Galaxy Z Fold 5 when I did the water resistance test. Maybe the hinge mechanism was to blame or simply the inner screen of this device. I will come back to the water resistance of this Galaxy Z Fold 5 and tell you more. I'm back at the S Pen. One thing that will be really amazing was to have some magnet on the top of the Galaxy Z Fold 5 in order to lay the S Pen over there while you finish using it. I believe the case with the S Pen is for storing the S Pen. If I'm using the S Pen and I have to put it inside the case every time I stop writing something and take it out of the case anytime I want to write something, it can be a little bit tiring. So if they have some magnet at the top of the screen, it will be better, and the S Pen will simply lay there. Whenever you need to use it, you write your thing and put it at the top of the device, and if you're completely done with the S Pen, you simply store it inside the case. If you have the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and put the S Pen in the area where you have the magnet on the inner screen, you will see the S Pen is going to stick on that area. The next thing that I do not like with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, it is coming from my own experiment. While I had the Galaxy Z Fold 5 underwater for the water resistance test, I saw some bubbles appearing at the two corners of the screen. Generally underwater you should see some bubbles coming, but not some reoccurring bubbles. After I had submerged this device for 30 minutes, the inner screen stopped working. I think the bubbles that I saw reoccurring while the device was underwater was the cause of the issue. This might simply mean that the build quality of the inner screen and what they put around the screen on that area might not really be water resistant at the rating that they said, IPX8. Here is precisely what was happening with the Galaxy Fold 5. You can see the screen was flickering while I was trying to take a picture, and this was the beginning of the nightmare. So right after that you can see the screen started to flicker again and the power button just pressed by itself. I knew something was very wrong with the smartphone at that moment, so I turned the device off in order to avoid any damage or any permanent damage to the phone. Also, due to the design of the new hinge mechanism, you can see water is going to be only at the extremities of the foldable mechanism. So back to the real situation, the inner screen is still not working. The inner screen might be damaged by the water. I'm not really sure why or how it happened. After I tried everything I know, I had to open the device and do a bunch of stuff. The phone started working again. So water resistance for this device, I'm not really sure, and I don't like when I'm not sure. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 is still a fantastic device that I recommend to anyone that wants a foldable smartphone. Just avoid water. There are 6 things that I really love about the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Click the video on the screen now in order to check that video. Let me know in the comment box if you made it to the end of the video. You're a very important person. Subscribe, like and share, and I will see you on my next video.